You guys seem to love the sea tills to film. The other week I asked you guys on my Instagram whether or not you wanted me to film a subscribers pick my makeup, a Q&A, a normal get ready with me, etc. And it was a very resounding, we want to pick your makeup. So I put a heap of different products up in each category and you guys chose all of the makeup that I am putting on my face today. And let me tell you, you guys have some favorite brands. Like, it is very clear who all of your guys' favorite brands are, let me tell you. Anyway, let's just go ahead and get stuck straight into this video and putting this makeup on. But you know, before we do, let's go ahead and do the YouTubey things. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell. It really helps my channel out. I truly appreciate it, and let's get into it. So let's go ahead and start putting some makeup on. I just quickly put some Kosas brow gel through my brows. That's pretty much all I've been doing lately, which is very exciting for me because normally I like would full shape them and everything. But lately I've just kind of been liking the brow gel, and then I just kind of fill in just really like light areas. So, and I did that with the Precisely My Brow, but I didn't put brow products up on my IG because I was like, that's kind of boring. So I didn't. Anyway, we're gonna start with eyes first. Now I put up for eye primer, I only have two eye primers, sorry. So I put up my NARS and my Makeup by Mario, and it was pretty close. Like the Makeup by Mario, sorry, the NARS was 49% and Makeup by Mario was 52%. So we are going to do Makeup by Mario, as that is what you guys chose. I wanted to do it so that you guys could like choose out of my whole collection, like in all of the things, but I was like, I don't even know how I would do that. So if anyone has any ideas, let me know and I'll film another one where you guys can like choose out of like the whole collection that I have. But I tried to pick like kind of things that I don't use very often on my channel so that you guys could like see different products, etc. because I didn't want to just like put up the things that I always put up, you know what I mean? I feel a little bit disjointed because it just took me so long to put this wig on. I just feel like all over the place, and like this week for me has been just crazy. I've got some like serious family stuff going on with some family members, and I've had to like go and help my mom and my family out. So I just feel really like I don't know what's happening. I don't know what day of the week it is. I just feel really disconnected from my YouTube channel. I've been really absent on my Instagram. I'm so sorry, you guys, bear with me. I'm just going through a lot in my personal life right now. So I'm just honestly trying to keep up with life, and hopefully it'll all get back on track soon. So I put 4 eyeshadow palettes up for you guys to choose from. By the way, if you are wondering what I'm talking about, I put all of these like a poll up on my Instagram stories. So when I do these kinds of things, it's just a lot easier to do it on Instagram. So make sure you are following me over there, because I do kind of ask your guys' opinion a lot for video ideas on my channel or like these kinds of things. So if you want to like be a part of it, which is awesome, make sure you follow me over there. But the eyeshadow palettes that I put up was Viseart Cashmere, which was 14%, Sydney Grace Cross Mel Thompson, which was 23%, Natasha Denona Trio Chrome, which was 29%, and then the ABH Norvina Volume 5 palette, which was at 33%. So I was actually really surprised that this palette won. I thought for sure it was probably going to be Natasha Denona, and then if not Natasha Denona, the Sydney Grace one. But you guys seem to really want the ABH Volume 5, and I haven't used it in a little hot minute, so I'm super excited that you guys chose this palette because I freaking love it. So this is the palette if you haven't seen it, by the way. I love it, it's big. I love a good big old palette. The first color I'm gonna go into is this one right here down the bottom, which is E4. I actually love this shadow as well as like a one and done all over the lid. It's like so pretty. If you don't have this palette, honestly, you don't need it. Just find something similar in your collection, and if you wanna follow along, you totally can. I'm just taking that E4 color on a R103 brush, and I'm going to pack this on the outer corner here to start with, and just kind of like squiggle it in a little bit. And then I'll pop it on the inner corner as well. I really like the shape of this brush, you guys. It is so good. And then I'll just slightly connect the two shadows and like kind of just slowly blend it up, but not a lot, like just a little bit. The next shade that we're going to go into is this one right here, which is the E2 color, which again is like a really nice one and done shadow. I feel like a little rusty from like not filming for a bit, honestly. You guys, I have been It's been mental. Does anyone else feel like the start of this year has just been insanely crazy, and like just everything that can just all go on is like, not like bad and good things at the same time, you know what I mean? It's just, I'm just so busy. I'm sorry if I'm like super behind in comments and stuff like that as well. I am trying really hard to keep up, but just between work and like family stuff and all that, I really am struggling. So I'm doing my best to try and get like my videos up and like respond to you guys, because I really love talking to you guys. But yeah, just hang in there with me. It's probably going to be a little bit of a delay at the moment, but it'll get better. Okay, I'm just going to pick up that first brush with no extra color and just buff this again. Buff them together like a little tequila sunrise. Now I'm going to go into E5. Basically all the shadows in the bottom row. This is a Refa 14 brush, by the way, what I'm picking it up with. And I'm just gonna start slow, and then I will build the color up. I just wanna create a little bit of depth, not like a ridiculous amount, just a little bit. I'm going to pick up my Milk Hydro Grip Eye Primer. And I'm going to pop this into the center of the lid on each side. I guess I could have put this down as an eye primer, but honestly, I really don't like it. It really does not make my eyeshadow look good. So I use it as like a glitter glue. I think I'm gonna go into the color C4, which is like right here. And we will pack this all over where I've just laid the glitter primer down. Actually, I might need to use my finger with this one maybe. Oh no. No, it's okay. This is just a flat shader brush, and I'll just tap it over like where I've popped the glitter glue down. And actually I might just try my finger and see how that goes. Yeah, that's better. Ooh, pretty shade. I just kind of want to like put it a little bit above the crease just to like create a little bit ethereal. Don't worry about these being so harsh. We'll fix them in a second. What I'm gonna do is pick up that E2 color, which is like the berry color, the second one we used, and I'll just tap this like over the line here and just kind of start marrying these colors together. And it might just take a few times. If you've put a glitter glue down, it might not marry as easily. So just go back and forth as much as you need to. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to put my Pat McGrath black eyeliner in my top waterline and tightline, the upper lash line, and then I'm going to put a wing on. So I'll see if I can film it, but I'm not the best at doing wing liner on camera. So let's see how we go, shall we? Okay, so I've done like as much as I want to do for the eyes right now. Let's go ahead and move on to the rest of the face, and then we'll come back to the eyes in a minute. For the primers, I put up the Tatcha Silk Canvas, the Chanel Le Beige's Eau de Tint, the LYS Gripping Primer, and the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. And the Milk Hydro Grip Primer and the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer actually ended up tying. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use my favorite Milk makeup, because I really don't actually love the Tatcha one as much. And I mean, I like it, it's a nice primer, but I like this one better. So we're gonna go ahead and use this one. Let's move on to the eye corrector, and I put up the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Corrector, the NARS Color Corrector, the Bobbi Brown Color Corrector, and also the Charlotte Tilbury Vanish Corrector, and this one by like double. This one by like a mile. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Vanish Corrector. This is in the shade 1 Fair, and it's just like a little peachy one. Let me tell you, it was very clear to me. I'm just gonna take this on my finger. I put this on before my foundation. I just find it works better if I do that. It was very, 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 very clear in the poll that Charlotte Tilbury is a favorite brand of you guys. It really was, like by miles. You guys seem to love the C-Tilbs. That's what I call her, because we're friends. Just kidding. But yeah, anytime there was a Charlotte Tilbury product, it pretty much got smashed. Or it smashed every other product that was up. What am I doing? Foundation. Oh my gosh, I just feel so rusty. I feel so out of it. I'm like, what's happening? Okay, so for foundation, I had the RCMA Liquid Foundation, the Bare Minerals Bare Pro Foundation, the M Cosmetics Cushion Foundation, and the YSL All Hours. And the top two was M Cosmetics and then this one, but this one won by quite a bit. So YSL All Hours it is. I didn't know you guys were fans of this one. I'm just gonna give it a shake. It's been a little while. It's been a minute. I actually wore this on the weekend that I got engaged. So there you go. I don't mind it. It is probably a little bit too dark for me at the moment though, but that's okay. Foundation is done. That was the shade B30 by the way, and if you are the exact same shade as me you find most of the time, just know that that shade is too dark for me, so you might want to go a shade lighter if like normally you find my shades match for you. Unless you're looking for a fake tan shade, then that's my fake tan shade. Now I'm actually going to do cream contour today before I do concealer, is what I'm trying to spit out there. So let me get my cream contour results. Here we go. So I put up the Chanel Le Beige's bronzing cream, Huda Beauty Tantour, KVD Mod Con contour gel, and the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood contour wand, and by far this one. So I like to put this on the back of my hand first, just like this, and then kind of stamp like my brush into the product and like swirl it around, and then just kind of really lightly tap this into the spaces that I want it. And I just find that this kind of really creates that like soft shadow effect without it being like too much on the skin kind of thing, and without going overboard. And it doesn't lift my foundation or anything. See how it's just created just a really soft shadow here, which is exactly what contour should do, right? Let's go ahead and move on to concealer. So I did the Maybelline Age Rewind, Laura Mercier Flawless Concealer, Kevin Aucoin Sensual Skin, and the ABH Magic Touch Concealer. And you guys definitely wanted this one by far. The next one under it was like the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion, but I feel like you've seen that, so maybe that's why. But anyway, I did actually pick up in my concealer collection video, if you've been following along that little journey, I did talk about the fact that I really liked this concealer and I had the shade that was too light for me, and I really wanted to pick up the darker shades so that I could just use this concealer. So I did, because I just was like, why am I waiting? Let's mix these together, and hopefully this makes the right shade color for me. Is that gonna be the right color? Let's try. This is pretty dark. This, yeah, there we go. And then I'm just gonna blend it out with my sponge, I think. It's pretty good for like one layer. I normally have to do like quite a few. It's that foundation though. It's so full coverage, my friends. Let's go ahead and move on to powder. Now for powder, I had the Givenchy Prisme Libre powder, the LYS powder, and the Maybelline powder, and the Charlotte Tilbury powder, which hands down won. Hands down won. The other powder that I actually just picked up, which I'm gonna try because I do use a different powder for my under eyes, but again, I didn't want to just like do a million categories. I can't put this under my under eyes, it darkens them. But I did just pick up the Laura Mercier, what's this called? Let me just check. Secret Brightening Powder for under eyes, because I have the Secret Blur powder, which I will like include my final thoughts on that powder in my concealer roundup at the end of February. But spoiler alert, I don't like it. I really don't like it at all. I'm just gonna get the creases out of my under eyes. And so I thought I'd pick this one up and just see how it goes. So I'm just gonna put a little bit in the cap here because it is quite like powdery. It's almost like a powder version, it looks like, of the Pat McGrath under eye blurring powder. I don't know if it's the same, but it just looks like that kind of really finely milled texture. So I'll just pop that underneath here with, oh, that's nice. That's really nice. I wonder if this wears well. This reminds me so much of a loose version of that Pat McGrath powder. I'll just pop that through here too. Powder Puff, Charlotte Tilbury, Airbrush Flawless Powder. I'm in the shade 1, Fair. And I'm just going to press this all over. Okay, feel like the skin is looking good. What do you guys think? I feel like the skin is looking good. Okay, not mad at all. What shall we do now? Let's move on to bronzer. What were our choices for bronzer? It was between the Dior bronzer, the Fenty Beauty bronzer, the LYS bronzer, and the Tilbury, Tilbury, whatever you want to call her. And obviously she won by a mile. This is my Units bronzer brush. So I'm just gonna pick some of this up. I'm so, like, look how much pan I've hit on this bronzer. And let's go ahead and just bronze it up. I forget how well I was gonna say how well I like this foundation. I mean, I forget how much I like this foundation. It really is beautiful. Now comes highlight. So we'll do liquid highlighter and then powder highlight. So for liquid highlight, I had the LYS one, the Rare Beauty one, the Charlotte Tilbury one, and the Lisa Eldridge one. And fun fact, the only thing you guys love more than Charlotte Tilbury is Lisa Eldridge. So this is the Lisa Eldridge Elevated Glow in the color Crystal Nebula. And this is a great liquid highlight. And actually, if you did catch my LYS review, you might have picked me up saying this. I'm just tapping, look at that. You might have caught me saying this, but actually I find the LYS liquid highlight to be really similar to this Lisa Eldridge one. For powder highlight, okay, I don't actually like this product a whole lot, but anyway, so I put the Bobbi Brown highlight, the Hermes highlighter, and the LYS highlighter, and the Hermes one was like second, but you guys definitely wanted this one, and it is the Dior Backstage highlighter. So I put photos on my stories of each of the products that I was talking about as well, by the way, guys. So this one by a mile. I don't actually like this a whole lot, but we'll use it for you, just for you guys. I might just mix, actually I'll just take the gold one. I'll just take the gold on its own. This used to be one of my like favorite highlights, but honestly, like, it's blinding, look at it. But it's just really quite texturizing. I used to think this was like the bee's knees of highlighters, and then, I don't know, I got others and I was like, oh, no, it's not. Let's move on to cream blush. Now, cream blush was between Makeup by Mario, Milk Makeup, and Milano. I think it was supposed to be Milani. Anyway, and also Patrick Tar. And Patrick Tar, again, this one won by a freaking mile. I don't think this one could have won by any more than what it won by, to be completely honest with you. I think I'll just use, yeah, I guess I'll just use this one, I guess. And this is a really nice formula. I've just seen that this is back in stock on Cult Beauty, especially for my fellow Australians, where Sephora has got like nothing Patrick Tar. If you're wanting to get your hands on it, it's a great product. Like, the product is beautiful, the shades are lovely. You just need to go in with a really light hand because it is really pigmented, but is really nice. So I do highly recommend it. So for powder blush, I put Luna Beauty, Pat McGrath Labs, and Patrick Tar, because I put, I probably should have just left it because you guys picked the Patrick Tar palette, but I didn't know if you guys would pick that. So I wanted to have a powder one, and I wanted to pick one that I had a lot of shades in because I didn't know what cream blush you were gonna do and what look I was gonna do, etc. So I wanted to, like, I didn't want to look like a clown or anything by the end of it, you know? But Pat McGrath Labs blushes won by a mile. So I think, which I agree with, obviously, for obvious reasons. And I'm just thinking with that cream blush that we have on underneath and the color of the eyes, I actually think Desert Orchid is probably the one that will match the most. So let's go ahead and pop some of Desert Orchid over the top. Yeah, that's lovely. I really feel like the skin's looking good. I'm into it. Let's go ahead and set the face now. It was between the NYX Dewy Setting Spray, the Fenty Beauty Dewy Set Spray, the Benefit Professional, and the Charlotte Tilbury, and obviously the Charlotte Tilbury decimated every single other product there. They may as well have not even been there. I get it. You love some Charlotte Tilbury. I do too. I do too. So this is the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I really like to... I didn't even get that on my sponge at all. Then it was like back there. Anyway, I really like to spray this onto my sponge and pounce this over the face. And the kind of reason why I like to do this instead of spraying my face is because I have noticed by doing this, one, I used to like spray my setting spray all over my face and then tap it in with the sponge. So it's kind of similar effect. But I've noticed doing it this way, I get a lot less like texture and oil through the T-zone once I've like put the setting spray on, is what I'm trying to spit out there, because I can concentrate the setting spray where I want it, which is to really melt into all of like the cheek products, etc., in my forehead, and kind of just put a little bit through my T-zone, and it just makes it all kind of just look a lot nicer, and I just find it like melts it all together a lot more as well. Okay, I'm just gonna go do the lower lash line really quickly. I'm not gonna do anything revolutionary, so I'm just gonna film me speeding through it. I'm gonna use the exact same shades. I can't even open my eyeshadow palette. Here we go. I'm just gonna pop this one on, and then this one on, and then just probably like this one on the inner corner, and that's it. So, and then for mascara, as a side note, you guys chose, hold please. So for mascara, I put up the Pat McGrath Labs, the NARS, and the Charlotte Tilbury mascaras, and also the Rare Beauty, and Rare Beauty won by quite a lot. So apparently you guys don't like Charlotte Tilbury mascaras. There you go. So I'm just gonna speed through me doing this just because it's not going to be anything different to any of my other tutorials, and I'm sure it's boring to watch. So here we go. So eyes are completely done, and I actually didn't even think about my lip color when I was doing this whole look, truly, but it really has all worked out for the best because the lip color is going to work perfectly, and I am so happy about it. Now, I didn't put a lip liner up on the pole because I didn't know what like lipstick, etc., and it was all just too hard, but I did put a lipstick up. So for lipsticks, I put Pat McGrath Labs. I didn't put shades either, I just put brands because again, I didn't really know what the look was gonna look like, but then the one that won, I only have one shade in, so I didn't really think that through. But anyway, Pat McGrath Labs, Charlotte Tilbury, Givenchy, and Lisa Eldridge, and Lisa Eldridge hands down cleared up. It was the clear, actually no, Pat McGrath Labs was really, really close behind, sorry. So it was almost Pat McGrath Labs, but it was definitely a resounding, we want Lisa. Now I do have the Lisa lip liner as well, so we'll just go ahead and use that. So let me just quickly line my lips. This is in the shade Fawn. And then this is the Lisa lipstick, also in shade Fawn, and it is like one of the velvet ones, which are just amazing. I can't wait to one day pick up a lot more of Lisa Eldridge lipsticks because they're stunning. So I'm just gonna pop this on. Honestly gorgeous. And this look turned out so well, and I did not plan it at all. I just literally sat down and was like, I'm just gonna play with makeup and hope for the best because I was so hot and sweaty from trying to figure out this hair. All right. Let's zoom you back so that you can check out the finished look-see, shall we? And this is the finished makeup look. What do you guys think? Did I make you proud? Are we happy with the look? I really like it. I really like it. This is something I would totally wear out to wherever, and I really love how it all came together so well, and I really had no idea. I was just putting colors on my face as I went, so it really just came together, which was a delight. Anyway, do you guys want to see more of these kinds of videos where you pick my makeup? Maybe I could even, like, when I get maybe a little bit richer, aka get a little bit more YouTube money, maybe I could do like a form or something where you guys can recommend like your most favorite products, and then like I can tally them together and then whatever they are, I could like go and buy it if I don't have it, etc., and do like a your guys' favorite makeup video or something. I would love to do that. That would be amazing. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. I'd be super interested to hear them. Now that is it. If you're watching until this point, you're an absolute legend. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I hope that you have an amazing day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time. Bye.